We're going to show a video of a horse. And the reason we're doing this, everybody's talking about breeding and wanting to breed world grand champions, and they look at the world grand champion, I believe, more than they look at the bloodline and what will match with their mare. That right there is a great horse.
That is a good horse.
And he's not a world grand champion.
No.
But he's a full brother
To
a
world grand champion.
And so far, he has produced some really nice coats.
Yes.
Really nice ones. The only reason I'm saying this, everybody, they can talk all they want to. A title is nothing but a title. We got to where we're at today because people started looking in the pasture, looking at their horses and trying to match them in a bloodline that would create a better horse. And this particular horse, I chose to breed to a Armsdale for real mare that has produced some very nice coats.
Yeah. And that horse is the horse Hero, and he's a full brother to I Am Jose.
Right.
And you know, all of this horse's mom and stuff like that produced mares that was mama to world champion that showed this year at the celebration right here. Kenny Compton won a world grand championship, one that was out of this horse's mama. You know, was a grandmother, was out of this horse's mom. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, and I think, if I may be wrong, but I think that mare only had 2 stud coats, and that was this horse and I Am Jose.
Is that right?
That's 4 brothers, and then you got a bunch of full sisters that they made brood mares. They made a bunch of world champion.
Well, I know
coats
that,
out of
that the offspring that I got out of him is great, and I bred him to an Armsdale for real mare, which people say what they want to, but if they look at the percentage of quality horses out of a stud, they're going to find that Armsdale for real. He's had several world champions, world grand champions. He's got a slew, and I'm talking about flat shot and performance.
Yes.
Not just one. And then he's had some great mares by Felicia.
Yeah.
Great mare. But they did that through looking at the stud, looking at the mare. Here's an offspring of Hero right here. And I'm here to tell you, this coat right here, nobody has seen it yet that they hadn't had questions about. They see him in the stall. So we decided to try something. Now, I want everybody to know something. This is the same coat that Jerry trimmed and clipped with no twister, no tie, just stood there and did it. This is the first time he has ever had a saddle on his back. And no, we are not going to ride him. It'll be a while yet before we ride him.
But yeah, this first time this coat ever. This coat is very smart. I mean, like I say, this is the first time where I ever put a saddle on his back and to take him out there and lunging, but just getting used to the saddle and all that stuff on his back and everything. But now he's very smart. He's a very smart horse.
Well, he lets you handle him. I can walk up to his stall. He'll be out there in his run. Of course, now you've got him where now he can't get in that run. But when he was out there, I could holler for him. He'd come running.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of these coats that have brought $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. I haven't seen one that I thought would match up with this one. Now but I'm very prejudiced, I guess, because I really like his coat. He's just something about him. But I know people have seen him out in the run. They've seen him. They see him outside. Your fellas that train the winglings and
Yes.
the yearlings. Now they were real interested in him. But I'm kind of hung on to him.
Now, this coat very smart. I mean, and his coat moved real well. I mean, you'll see in a minute when we take him out here and put him in that lunge pen with the saddle on. And I mean, he looked like he just went right on by his business.
Well, I was surprised at how quick he took to realizing when you pulled on it especially without a bridle.
Yes.
Of course, now I've seen the last time you did this, you did use a bridle. But
Yeah.
this time we only used the halter. And he got the idea of that when you pull to the left, you want to go to the left.
Well, you can see this coat, first time his tail had been wrapped, the saddle. You know, most time you take a horse out of the cross side like that, and I mean, he's jumping in the bucket and everything else. So, I mean, this coat got a lot of sense. He got a lot of...
Well, he's laid back, he's smart. I think that he's going to be something special. He's got the makings, he's got the build. When he strides between them front feet.
Yes.
He walks out of his shoulders too. I like that. What I call walking out of the shoulders. Everybody else got another term they want. Everybody's got their own term for what we do in the horse industry. But to me, the way that you start these horses to training, now if I'm not mistaken, from this, you will start carting.
Carton, yes. And over through the years, I have started some pretty good ones and ones that went on and won at Celebration. Aerosmith started him the same way. Patrick Mahone started him the same way. I mean, this is some of the recent ones here that's still out there showing that people know about. And I tell you, and I put this coat on his first time and moving up there with them horses right there.
Well, I do, because I love the way he moves. I love it. I just like everything about him. And nobody has found fault. I was standing out there with one of your buddies, and he was talking. He said from the first time that he saw this coat move and the way he acted, he knew that he was going to be something special. I truly believe that.
Yes.
But we're showing this whole thing to show how this coat, he's not fidgety, he's not trying to get away, he's not getting all hyper and everything. He's standing there, he's letting you do your thing, which is a lot of coats are not going to do that.
No. And the biggest thing of it is, Jerry, is being patient and everything. And everything got to be slow and easy and taking your time and all that stuff. And I mean, if you get in a hurry with these coats, you're not breaking them. And what I try to do, I try to break them for anyway, to be a performance, pleasure, trail riding. So if they don't make a performance horse or a pleasure horse, you can take that same horse and go out there and you can make a trail riding horse, and he knows something about stuff. And this right here, I like to line drive him, and this kind of get him ready for the buggy.
Yeah.
Stuff touching him on his back and everything. That's the first time he ever had that saddle on his back right there.
Well, it doesn't take him long to figure out what's happening. And of course, now the rope going around his back legs, I know that's bothering him, but which is normal. I seen the first time you did a filly over there, she really didn't like it. But he adjusts, he realizes.
Well, that kind of teach him again with the buggy, the carton. When I cart one, that kind of get him used to stuff touching him on his back legs. He don't get to kicking at it and everything else.
This, to me, is by far one of the best ways to start a horse and let him get used to things and let him learn.
You know, and I don't have no head blinders on him or nothing like that. I got him where he can see. You know, and this helping him when you get ready to ride him, you go on his back for the first time, and when you pull back and say, whoa, he know what whoa mean, and he know how to turn left to right.
Well, another thing I look at, we send our kids to school, we start them in preschool, and then we put them in kindergarten.
Yeah.
And then the first grade. Well, he's been through kindergarten and preschool with working him, just walking him and everything. Now he's in the first grade.
Yes.
He's fixing to start his education into the show ring. And to me, we will be doing some carting with an older horse that we're going to show that. But that's a good way to train a flat shod, a performance, whatever. It makes no difference. It's just getting the horse used to everything and letting him be himself.
Yeah. What is this actually just breaking a horse? And to me, you can never tell a horse full ability until you got him broke enough where you can handle him on the ground and he can turn and know his left from his right, pull back and make him stop and everything else. And it's just with a hawthorn. This ain't got no bit in his mouth. I mean, it just...
Yeah, you're learning to turn.
That's right.
Up, go back. No, we're not going there. We're going to come back. Attaboy. Now, go.
And it's, like I said, taking your time. That's the biggest thing on when you're fooling with a baby, is being patient and making him go forward.
Well, you didn't have a hard time getting him to go forward.
No.
Now he was ready to go. The filly, she didn't want to go quite as quick, but now he is moving forward doing what
Yes.
he's supposed to do.
That's why I say this coach is very eager, willing to learn. And a lot of people, and this is just my way of doing things. You know, everybody else got their own different way of training techniques, fooling with them and all that stuff. You know, some people don't even take the time to lunge them. I mean, they tie them up, get up on them, and take off with them.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I try to teach mine not to buck instead of to buck.
Well, this one right here, one thing I noticed out there above all else, when he walks, he strides, but he's got that head up. Now, you got a tie down on him.
Yeah.
And he's still keeping that head up in the air. He's not putting it down low. He's keeping it up.
And I try to train mine for anybody to ride. That you, when this horse turned a 2-year-old, or right before he turned 2, you know, ready to show that you can put anybody on his back and he know how to go around and be comfortable with himself and be comfortable for the rider.
Well, he's learning quick. That's for sure. Now, he did. The more I watched you, of course, we're not going to put all the video up here because it would, because you kept him out there for, I know,
Yeah.
close to an hour. And he just the way he went.
But you can see now he's relaxing, he's moving. And this is the first day of this with the saddle on his back. Saddle on his back with a tie down and everything else. And you can tell this coach is willing to learn because he's not throwing no fit.
He never did throw a fit.
No.
I mean, he when he first took off, he kind of acted up. Now he's learning. He's going to go back the other way. And he learned it quick. So there he goes. There we go. Let her take off. There you go. You can tell by the way he walks, his movement, his body language. He's going to be all right.
Oh, yeah. This coach got a lot of room for improvement. And, I mean, I think he's going to do it. I mean, and I like to see one that have a little different kind of gait. You know, he'll pace a little bit and he'll swing, he'll swing off
Now,
or whatever. I mean, I like to see that in the coach.
well, we're going to be showing these videos and going through them from the time he starts, like this right here. Now, this is the first grade. Jerry will work him like that for a while, and then we're going to start doing the buggy. And the buggy's when they really start to learn. To me, they really start learning to walk off that back end, do it all. But he's just laid back, relaxed right now. That's one way to getting it done.
Right there, I'm just taking my time about at the end, just kind of getting the turning. And
Turn
when you
one
pull,
way and then turn the other.
Because when you get on that coat back for the first time, you want him to know something. So when you pull back, he'll know to stop. And when you turn on the right, pull on the right rein or the left rein, he know turn that way.